This is Marjorie Waters. She's 33 years old. She experienced a traumatic event about 3 months ago by knife point. This is her 4th visit to the ER in 2 weeks.
Hi, my name is Heather. I'm going to be your nurse. Can you tell me your first and last name?
Marjorie.
And what's your birthday?
6/19/1985.
Okay. And you are allergic to?
Sulfa and codeine.
Okay. So I'm just going to wash my hands real quick. So what brings you in tonight?
Just can't calm down.
Can't calm down? What precipitated this? Oh, you've been here, this is your 4th visit.
Yeah.
For the same thing. So what brought this on tonight?
We saw a car.
Okay.
Well, that explains her traumatic experience 4 months ago when that precipitated the situation.
That
It
we're
was
in
the car.
now.
I know it was the car.
Every time
told
that you
her
go
you don't
near
believe me. I know it
this
was the
color,
car.
car color, it just breaks her.
This happens.
Yeah, it happens, and she just can't control herself.
And you said that this happened about 4 months ago?
Yes, and just recently she don't want to go. She doesn't want to leave the house. She's been isolated. She's been having anxiety attack. She's been calling me. She don't want me to get into her house.
Okay.
So confused.
All right. And you are her?
I'm her friend.
Okay. Excellent. So I just need you to take your vital signs real quick. Okay? Not gonna hurt. Just a blood pressure.
Tell me what's going on.
I don't know. She had that experience 4 months
She's been
ago.
messaging me every single day, and I can't function like this. I have
Well,
to be
hopefully-
here all the time.
Hopefully we'll be able to figure out what's wrong with her. Did you talk to anybody after your event happened? Did you go see a counselor or?
No, I didn't need that.
Okay.
Can
So-
you able to fix her?
Well, we're gonna try. Can you tell me some of your other signs and symptoms? Like what else has been going on besides the anxiety that keeps bringing you to the hospital?
Just really on edge, especially with strangers. I don't go out after dark.
Well, your blood pressure's a little elevated and your pulse rate's a little high. Is this how you've been feeling normally?
Just the past few weeks.
Okay. I'm gonna take a listen to your heart, all right?
Okay.
There's a medication for this. Like, is she gonna be okay?
Well, the doctor's gonna check her out.
Is she gonna be okay?
We're gonna try our best.
Is she gonna be okay? I'm worried about her. I'm worried about
Deep
my
breath.
friend. Why is she annoying?
Ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you not to put your hands on the provider, otherwise we're gonna have to hospitalize you too.
I'm having
Okay.
You're both having.
As far as fixing her, we're gonna see. The doctor's gonna come in, take a look at you, see if we can get you to calm down a little bit of medicine. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on some oxygen because you are breathing rather fast.
It's hot.
I know. Well, that's part of the.
It's just real noisy. Why can't we turn that off?
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't turn that
I
off.
can't focus with that on. It's
I know. So here's going to get some oxygen, all right? May help with your anxiety, the breathing that you're having, right? Yep, right in your nose. There we go. I'll bring one from work. Okay. All right. So we're going to get some labs and do an EKG on you just to make sure that your heart and everything is working okay. And then the doctor will be in to talk to you about the findings, okay? Do you have any questions for me?
no.
Ma'am. Do you have any questions?
She gonna be okay.
We're going to find out.
She's not like this before. She's becoming violent as well. So I
Well,
noticed that.
those are all things that we'll address. It seems like that might be related to the traumatic event. And if she hasn't spoken with anybody about it since it happened, then maybe we need to take a look at that avenue and see if we can, get her kind of talking about it and figure out what's best to get her on the road to recovery.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to get started.
About it. Only nut jobs do that.
Well, no, not actually. anybody can have a traumatic event and you don't process it, if you don't talk about it. So we'll go ahead and we'll start this process here to make sure that you're physically okay. And then we'll come in and we'll talk to you about some other measures that we can do to kind of help you get mentally okay too, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be back. Thank you. Hi, Mrs. Waters.
Hi.
So, I just came to tell you that your test results all came back. Everything looks good from a physiological standpoint. Your labs look great. Your EKG is fine. So I just have a screening tool that I want to go over with you real quick. The doctors feel that from your previous trauma and the signs that you're exhibiting now, that you may be possibly experiencing PTSD from the trauma that you had 4 months ago. So I just want to ask you a few questions with this screening tool. They'll kind of give us an idea of whether that is the case. And if it is, then we're going to help you by getting you set up with the nurse manager and the caseworker, and they're going to come in and get you numbers and referrals for ways to help alleviate these problems that you're having. Sound good?
As long as you figure out what's wrong.
Okay. And how are you feeling now since we've had you here and you seem like you're a lot more calm? Are you feeling better? Okay. So just 5 questions. Just answer honestly for me. Okay. There's no judging, but if you answer honestly, it helps us to really pinpoint whether or not this is what we're looking at. Okay.
Okay.
So, in the past month, have you had nightmares about the event or thought about the event when you did not want to?
Yes.
Okay. Have you tried not to think about the event or went out of your way to avoid situations that remind you of the event?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been constantly on guard, watchful, or easily startled?
I don't think so, but my friends say so. So she's in the pooper right now.
Okay. But what would you say?
I guess yes.
Have you felt numb or detached from people, activities, or your surroundings?
No.
No? And have you felt guilty or unable to stop blaming yourself or others for the events or any problems the events may have caused?
I mean, I don't think so, but I'm sure there's things I could have done differently that would have prevented it.
Is that something that plagues your mind?
I mean, I don't know.
So do you want to say yes or no? I just have to hear it. So, okay. So that's a total of 4 on your screening. And anything 3 or above puts you in the category for probable PTSD. So what I'm going to do while we're waiting for your friend to come back, get all your discharge papers together. The doctor's going to send you home with some prescriptions. But before you leave, we're going to have you sit down with our case manager. She's going to go over some outpatient options that you have so that we can hopefully get you feeling better. And this way we don't have to see each other as regularly as we have been.
Okay.
All right, do you have any questions? No? All right, I'll be back to get you. Thank you. Knock.
Hello.
All right, my dear, so we have your discharge papers. Doctor is going to send you home with a script for Zoloft. It's an anti-anxiety. It's going to help to calm you down when those, symptoms are popping up. Hopefully keep you out of the hospital. 50 milligrams a day. It's the lowest dose that we're usually start with. So if that doesn't seem to be helping you, within about a week you're going to do follow-up with your primary care physician anyway, so then you can speak to them about maybe changing the dosage. Okay, you're going to make sure that you stop taking it if you have severe nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, bleeding. It can cause headaches. It may diminish your appetite a little bit. That is normal. Anything though out of the ordinary and go ahead and call your physician, okay, and follow up. And then these are the discharge instructions. It just tells you what we gave you here today, what we did for you, and what you were diagnosed with. The physician did confirm that he is thinking that you probably have PTSD from your traumatic event. So what I'm gonna do, our caseworker Mara is actually here on site. So she's gonna come in and give you the information for the outpatient, things that we had spoken about. Okay, do you have any questions for me? All right, well there you go, my dear. I hope you feel better, and I'll go grab Mara, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
We're almost out of here.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Remember me from the other day? My name is Mara.
I do.
Oh, good. I said that just now. From when we spoke the other day, I see that you decided on Reflections of Recovery for an outpatient center. They have many resources there, and it's in your area.
That's very nice.
Yeah. I have a pamphlet here for you. They have lots of things, one-on-one therapy. They have lots of groups that you can see and very different things. And it's very pretty. I know that you like the water. It's calming for you. And so they are right on the water, Mount Dora. So it's not your real bird, but whatever. So anyway, here's your
Can we
pamphlet.
travel there soon?
Sure.
Or do you have time off work?
Take the bus. There's that. I also have other resources for you. If you decide that you would like to visit other places, there's many other places you can, go as well.
Okay.
Your nurse and I have spoken, and is there anything else you need from me?
No, not that I know. So they have an appointment set up for me?
Yep, you have an appointment there.
Are they going to call me? Or do I
Yeah,
have
they'll
to
call you and
them?
remind
Okay.
you a day or two ahead of time. And this is your friend, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so she is more than welcome to go to all your appointments, and stuff. And make sure you lean on her for help and everything. Your family and friends are very important in this process.
Okay.
So yes, that will be very important. And as the nurse said, your doctor, you'll be following up with him frequently, with your meds and stuff. And if you have any questions, feel free to call me. You have my card.
Okay. I was about to ask if you have a phone number.
Yeah, everything in the discharge pamphlet that your nurse and I put together has all the numbers and information that you'll need. So we're more than happy to talk to you, and if you need extra help, we're here for you.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Do you have any
welcome.
questions for them?
No? I'm sure I will call you.
Well, wonderful. It was lovely to meet you both. You good luck, okay?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, that's awkward. Just trying to be out of breath.
This is how Marjorie Water copes
You really were supposed to be
with her PTSD. She acts like an interesting person.
Okay. Seriously. That was so good.
Get in bed.